join me. So I invited here today a very special person who is the CEO of Performer Society, who's organizing this event called SPIN. Please give a big round of applause to Mr. Joe Lorenzo.
I didn't really know what I was coming into, but you guys are so cute. You're so talented. Where's the little boy with the bow tie?
Here.
Who dressed that child like that?
We're Asher. For the
Where did he go?
Oh,
I mean, that's how you show up, though. I was like, oh, he's like a little mini me. So, yeah, I mean, she kind of explained it, but I'll just quickly explain it. I am the CEO of the event called Spin. We've been doing it for quite some time. Ariana Grande did come to an event that we had done way a long time ago. This was before even Sam and Cat. But some of our clients include Tyler Blackburn, who played Caleb on Pretty Little Liars for 9 years. Rico Rodriguez, who was Manny on Modern Family. Everybody knows him. His sister, who was Trish on Austin and Ally on the Disney Channel. Her name is Rainey. Brianna Eady, who plays Tamika on School of Rock on Nickelodeon. Adriana Alexis from 13 Reasons Why. And two amazing ones that actually Farrah got to meet, you guys get to meet. One is Audrey Whitby, who plays Cherry on the Thundermans, and they have the Thundermans Returns right now on Paramount Plus. I don't know if you guys seen it yet. And then the other one is Jack Griffo, who plays Max Thunderman on the Thundermans. And he always comes to our events. I actually just talked to him yesterday, so he'll definitely be there in July. The purpose of the event is really, like she said, it's a casting event. It's the top 25 talent agents that look for actors, models, singers, and dancers. Everybody in this business needs an agent. If you really, really want to work, even in dance, we have an amazing girl that from our last event that's now dancing with like the Clippers, and she's 9 years old, and she's doing all these things, but you need an agent to do those things, okay? You parents can't do it as much as you think you can. Moms always think that term momager is a good term. It's actually not a great term. So you need somebody else to do it for you. You need that talent agent to go out there and seek those jobs for you. And that's what the event is. All of the kids get to come there. It's a 5-day event. The Millennium Biltmore Hotel is hugely iconic. If you can look it up, Taylor Swift did her Dedicate video there. I can't remember. Justin Bieber's done a video there. It was just in the Oppenheimer movie, which was just, won all those awards. It's huge. It's sort of like another character in our event, the hotel. It's amazing. Then we hire the best coaches to work with them in acting, modeling, singing, and dancing. You can do any of those categories too. There's no, there's no difference. Just because you guys are dancers doesn't mean you can't be an actor, a model, or a singer, right? You can try it, okay? And then she's going to be the one that's going to help you with all of that, depending on which categories that you guys want to do. But I say, I guess this is a bad reference because she's much older now, but Jennifer Lopez, she started as a dancer, There's a woman that just won the supporting actress for, the Academy Award, Joy Randolph. And she started as a singer. She wasn't really going to be an actress. And her mother said, go over there to that theater department. There's something for you over there, okay? So just because you're starting in dance, that's actually a good foundation. Now you guys can try to be actors, try to be models, try to be singers, okay?
A lot of them can actually sing, model,
Amazing.
and act already.
I love it. So you would get coaching with us, you would get you would get to meet all of them. There's also parent seminars, because I'm sure you guys are pretty new at this, whether it be dance or acting, modeling, and singing. There's parent seminars with casting directors. I myself am a casting director. I don't know if you know what that means. So that's the person that doesn't hire you for the job, but we're the person that allows you to come in the audition room, okay? I was a casting director at Universal for 9 years. I've produced 6 movies. One of my movies is out there right now called Babysitters Beware if you want to check it out. But the point of me saying that is that in casting, I'm currently casting 2 projects right now as well. We look at everyone. Whether you have a million things on your resume or because Farrah just came back, right? So does she have a little bit of an advantage? Yeah, because she just did the event, right? But doesn't mean that I'm not gonna see another girl in her age category that's similar to her, even if she doesn't have the resume. That's my job as a casting director to see as many people for the role, and then ultimately it's up to you guys to book the role, okay? So that's pretty much how our event works. And then at the end of it is a really, really fun, the 5 days, you guys rehearse. There's 3 shows. There's an acting show, there's a dance show, and in the acting show there's some singing, and then there's a modeling show. And you guys rehearse that, and you'll be surprised. The little 5-year-olds do as well as the 15-year-olds, okay? When you're thrust, because you guys I'm sure are doing competitive dance and all that as well, right? When you're thrust into those situations, these kids really rise to the occasion. More so more so than the parents almost. The parents are more nervous than the kids.
Yeah.
Always.
It's true.
Okay? The kids just go in there, hey, what do you want me to do? What do I need to do? And they do a great job. At the end of it is then there's a red carpet and then those shows. And you get to meet one-on-one with those agencies. So again, if none of you in this room have an agent, that is how you get auditions for television, film, commercials, modeling, and dance. That's how you book the jobs. When you book the jobs, the agent steps in and is making sure that you're protected, that you have the right screen time, you have the right trailer, you have everything set up for you, and that you're protected. Okay. The last thing I want to say is, and then if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But I want to say this. Okay. As parents, listen to me. It is your responsibility for your child's safety, okay? We take that very, very seriously at Spin as well, as I know they do, but this is the law. You are allowed within earshot and eyeshot of your child at all times. No one can ever tell you differently, okay? So there's a lot of other things like, going on right now. There's a documentary about it, and I get all of that, okay? But you are allowed to be right next to your child and watch your
At
child.
all times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a really good friend of mine who cast Henry Danger. She had a first lady on her show, and she said it the best. And this is, honestly, I use this all the time now. So they had a first lady on the show, so you can imagine the Secret Service and the security, right? She said, that's how parents need to be. They need to be like Secret Service. You're over here, we're quiet, we're letting the director do their job, but you will step in if anything is about to happen to your child. You're there to protect your child. Okay? That's it. That's about me. And yeah. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Actually, Farah should share with us her experience.
Yeah, let's do it.
Spin, because I let her join Spin in December. Tell us about it. What did you experience? How did you feel?
When I first went in, I didn't really know what I was expecting. It was my first time. I was very nervous to see who I was going to meet, what was going to happen, and how the performances were going to be. But by the first day, all my worries just melted away because everyone there was so welcoming, and everybody was helping us.
Yeah, the
and,
coaches,
yeah.
the staff, they were so supportive. The parents,
Yeah.
the other parents, the other kids, they were so nice, right?
Yes, and I got a chance to perform on the last day, and I was
You were Glinda the Good Witch.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was so fun because I got to.
And I had never met that. That wasn't like some sort of nepotism or anything. I had never met them before.
Never.
So that she
We really
earned
know
that.
each
She
other.
earned that role.
So you did TV commercial, acting,
Modeling,
monologue, scene,
dancing.
dance,
and
singing. She did everything.
And modeling.
And
modeling.
You won an award for
Yeah,
modeling
for
and
modeling.
dance. Yeah. And we give awards out at the end as well. And just so you know, the people that the way that the awards are sort of tabulated are from the agents. It's not the staff, it's not the parents, it's not the it's not the other kids, it's the agents. They're scoring the children as they're going from 1 to 5, and they're also writing whether or not they want to see them for a callback one-on-one on the last day. So that's how the awards are tabulated. And so that's all based on merit. She had never met any of those agents before either, so she did the best she could do, and then she ended up winning a few awards, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a really great experience because, our kids come to learn sing and dance, but with this kind of event, they really excel very quickly. Like my son Tames joined an event, and before he danced okay, but after the event, he was super good. There's a fire in him. Yeah,
I've
this
been
kind of
doing-
brought it out.
I've been working with children, this September will be 24 years. I've been in children's programming, television and film, and doing events like this. And I will tell you what it is, and I know exactly what it is. They want to rise to the occasion. When they see other kids exactly their age, or, and I have to give credit to the boys, because it's not as many boys, I was shocked and really pleased to see more boys in this class, because it's mostly girls, but they really just they see this, they're doing this thing, I want to rise to that occasion, so that's why events like this are really beneficial, because they can see, it's even in your dance competitions as well. When you see another group go up there, don't you want to go up there and be better than that other group?
Exactly.
So yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
So much
It is a
fun
blast.
for the
Yeah.
parents and for the kids. And also, I think that if your kids have a passion in singing, dancing, acting, or modeling, this is a great way to start. And you might think, oh, she's too young, she's inexperienced. She's
No, look
not
at her. Remember
talented
Camille, the 4-year-old?
Yeah, no.
She won 2 awards. She was this little
Yeah.
Camille from, yeah.
You're never too young for the
No.
entertainment industry because you see on TV, right? They have babies,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
have you need babies, we need kids, we need toddlers, we need teens, we
Yeah.
need kids of all ages
Yeah.
and different personalities and characters. It doesn't matter if you have experience or not. This is how you get the experience.
Well, I will say that's another thing too. Somebody asked me just recently in a seminar that I was doing. They said, "Why have you always worked with kids?" And this is a true story because everyone in our community, casting directors, producers, network executives, studios, are very forgiving towards children for not having a long resume. If you're 35 and you've never done anything in the acting world ever before, they're going to be like, well, why haven't you ever done anything? It's the same if you go for an accounting job, right? You're the person with, if you're 35 and you don't have a resume, and then there's somebody that's brand new out of school, but they're like, oh, they're brand new out of school, probably going to go with that person just because there's a reason they don't have a resume, because they're just brand new out of school. But why at this age haven't you done much? With kids, they're so forgiving, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's all about their personality and what they're presenting right there. And the biggest thing too is on callback day, the agents want to talk to your kids. And I cannot tell you, I know parents that you want to speak for your children so badly, but you have to let them because this is the point where they get to show their personality, okay? Because when they're on set, like we said, you're allowed to be watching them and with earshot of them, but the director has to be able to work with them. I did a movie where, I don't know if you know who Minnie Driver is, and Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye and all the Marvel movies or whatever. And we did a movie, but we had to cast Minnie's son. And I saw probably 600 boys for this role. And what the director did, what most of them wanted to have a conversation. It wasn't just about the lines and the scene. He wanted to have a conversation with them to really see if they could, walk and talk and have a personality. And a lot of the kids, because their parents sort of programmed it into them, they would say, oh, what do you like to do for fun? I like to act. Yeah, we understand. We understand that. That's why you're here. But what else do you like to do? So having well-rounded kids is really important as well. Letting them do dance and other extracurricular activities, and being really great in school, kids. Being good in school is number 1 as well, because you guys are in California, so it's easy and it's accessible to you after spin. You'll probably do very, very well, okay? The agents are gonna say, well, we wanna look at you more so than a kid that's in middle America or in Florida or wherever it may be, because you have an advantage. I think it only took me from Los Angeles. I actually didn't even know where I was coming. I swear to you, I never heard of this town. But I'm not kidding. And I'm not kidding. And I had never heard of it. I've been in Los Angeles for going on 24 years. But it only took me like an hour. So you have that advantage of being so close when you need to get up to the studios and the network. So you really do have an advantage.
Let me tell you, we came from Thailand for my daughter to be here to become an actress. We have to fly here, move our house here, move our life here, and it takes so much to get the paperwork.
Yeah.
The visa and the work permit for us is crazy. But you guys are here. You're Americans. You can start right away and you live here. When there are auditions or castings, you can just go. But we moved so far to be here. So I'm telling you how lucky you are.
Do you still need that?
Yeah.
I have an attorney for you.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
was
just-
like,
I'm
if you
just
still need that,
done
we work with a
my
really good
paper.
immigration attorney. Oh,
I'm
okay.
just done with my immigration. It took
Okay.
me 8 months and 300 pages of
Yeah.
paperwork.
But
Yeah.
Chris, who won overall talent,
Yeah.
our overall talent of the year this year was from Norway, and he already is approved to get it.
Oh, wow.
Because he won overall talent, and he won awards, and he got 19 callbacks from agents. So when they see that, no matter what, and that's another thing too, is even with you being here, if you go into, let's say, casting a month after spin, and you say, well, we just went to this thing, we got 19 callbacks, we got 3 awards, we got this, they're like, wow, there must be something really special about this child that we have to look at, okay? So doing things like this, it's sort of another notch on their resume, another notch on your belt to say, okay, we're inching our way towards being on television and film. Yeah.
And one more thing that is really important, that if you're worried or concerned about school, what if they go to filming and they have to miss school? Don't worry, the Californian law is so strict about that. You go to a film set or a TV shoot, there will be a teacher on site for your kids. So
Yeah.
it's 1 hour filming 1 hour, being in class, you will never have to worry about schoolwork.
Well,
And
it's
if
the
your
law.
grades drop,
It is the law,
yeah, you cannot work anyways.
Well, that's why I said school is really important. Just so you know, in California, to get an entertainment work permit, you have to renew it every 6 months. It's only about $30, but you have to renew it every 6 months because they want to see the kids' transcripts. If they're not doing well in school, they're not going to approve you for. But I also think, like, listen, if you're not doing well in school, you shouldn't be doing something else. You should be focusing on school.
Right.
That's my understanding as well.
Yes.
But this is a true story. Rico Rodriguez, he booked Modern Family on his 3rd audition, and he was 9 years old. He did all of his schooling. His school in San Antonio was so kind to him that they allowed him to walk with his group. And because he didn't get the diploma from his school, it's the law. The schooling on set, like she mentioned, directly reports back to whatever school you're in. So you're still getting all the credit for
Right.
school, and then you're making money in the interim.
Yeah.
Both of those kids. I mean, you can Google it. I'm not just putting it out there, but you can Google it. Rico, when he left the show 11 years later, was making close to $200,000 a week. Yes. And he was 18 years old.
Wow.
So, right.
Well, the reason that I find that this kind of event very important for you guys, because I started out like that.
Yeah.
I started in TV when I was 10 years old, and I started in a singing competition, a national one, and I won. It was like, I was like Kelly Clarkson of Thailand.
Okay.
So the event was like American Idol. So I started being on TV, performing in concerts. By the time I was 19, I had bought my own car. By the time I was 20, I had my own condominium. I was living, on my own
Yeah.
and just making my own life.
Yeah.
So, and here I am. So that's why I said, if I had not made that decision to be in the singing contest, I wouldn't have this life that I have now.
Yeah.
And after that, I went on to produce TV shows. I collaborated with the biggest Japanese and Korean entertainment companies, producing world stars who are now so famous, like NCT and Baby Monster. I had these wonderful chances because of one decision.
Right. Well, I think that's also, I think parents, we can agree, with the biggest risk comes the biggest reward. So you have to just kind of jump into it. It's the same reason why you brought your child to dance. It's the same reason why, you might put them into a sport or something. But if you're gonna do it 100%.
Yeah.
So.
So I want to know, anybody here, kids, anybody has a dream of becoming a model, an actor, a singer? Anybody?
Everybody's hands should be up. Everybody's hands should be up.
Yeah. Don't be
You're
shy.
here for a reason.
If you
Yeah.
want to, tell us. Yeah, you have to go for it, okay? And let your parents know I'm here to support all of you in any way that I can to make sure that you can be at this event. I'm very flexible because I know how important it is for you guys. I know that you're passionate, and this is a great, great opportunity. So I will make it happen for your
And when you
parents.
do get to the event, they know that I'm there every single day with you. I work 16-hour days at the event.
He doesn't even eat,
I don't
Joe,
really.
Are you not eating?
Well, that's how
He's
I
not-
say so
he's not
tiny.
eating.
No. I just, I mean, you're working hard. Everybody knows how it is. It's when you go to
Yeah.
comps and things like that.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot of things happening, and it's okay. Parents are very kind. They're like, here, they just start bringing me food, and like at one point, I think I had like a table full of food. But yes, I mean, and I'm there the entire time with you because not only are you, like when they got there, not only are you there to be excited, for the event and everything, but what you're doing is you're aligning yourself and you're sort of making a partnership with someone like me, who's been in this business for almost 24 years, cast over 40 movies, produced 6 movies, I've managed actors, I've done a lot of things in this industry. So utilize me, once you go through them and you get to me, utilize me. Don't be afraid. I was just on the phone with somebody, with another mom, Giselle's mom. You guys remember Giselle? And she goes, so-and-so wants to know this. And I said, why doesn't she just call me herself? Oh, because you're the CEO, she's just afraid to bother you. Don't think that way. Bother me, okay? Don't worry about that. It's the same with you being here. If you have a question about this studio or about dance, ask her,
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Okay, anybody has questions?
You're welcome.
Anybody? If you have personal questions that you would like to ask, can you be here a few more minutes
Sure.
in the lobby?
Sure.
In case parents want to
Sure,
ask you
of
their
course.
personal questions.
Of course.
Okay, so we can have our next class at Joe will still be here with us a few moments outside in case you have some questions that you want to know about the event or about the industry, about your kids, anything at all. Okay, so we would like to thank Joe for taking the time to be here with us. You know, and
You're welcome.
so parents,
Thanks,
if you
guys.
have
Nice to meet
questions,
you.
yeah.